Time for baseball now on a Wednesday night in the windy city of Chicago. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. John Danks is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Southsiders. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, hitters have a batting average against of close to 300 against him. So he's going to have to make some adjustments if he hopes to be successful.
Danny Santana heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 39.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit.
Yeah, this one looked like one of EK's 4-irons. He just kind of shanks this thing right down the right field line, but he manages to drop it just inside the chalk line, and that's a thing of beauty.
Eduardo Nunez will dig in now, and as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race, currently second entering play.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
Danks sets. First pitch on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And, Eric, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, and that last loss dropped them back to the 500 mark on the year. So, obviously, they'd like to get back into that positive numbers with a win here.
And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Steve, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, the opposing pitcher here gives up a ton of home runs, so maybe these guys are just licking their chops. Wait for a great pitch to hit, and then go yard.
Miguel Sano will stand in for the first time now, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now a snap throw to first, but the runner's back easily. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he misses with it, 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Well, Matt, I think Dixon has sometimes been thought of as a hitter's umpire. The book on him is that he can be a little bit tight on the edges of the strike zone. We'll see if that's the case.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Cabrera. 2 gone. And with that, let's take a look at the White Sox defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Matty, we all know the Todd father from the home run hitting contest. The guy has as much power as anybody in the game, but he's also a gold glove threat. Still a great third baseman with ability to make some outlandish diving stops. Plays one of the most difficult positions as well as anybody in the game. Quick reflexes, ice-cold veins. Man, he can play.
Here comes the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Hit to third. Frazier's up with it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So a good start to the ball game here for John Danks. It's the Twins 0. White Sox coming to bat. Major League Baseball is on the show. Irvin Santana is on the mound for game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he won his 9th game of the season. So he's going for double digits here in this one.
On his way to the plate is the center fielder Adam Eaton to get things started here in the home half of the first.
The center fielder, number 1, Adam Eaton.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. Now, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Batting second, left fielder.
Not the way you want to start the bottom of the first. And this is a play that needs to be made, but instead they allow a speedy leadoff man to reach base.
Here's Melky Cabrera. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. Taken high and deep to right. Sano ranging back. Still going back. Gone! A 2-run shot for Melky Cabrera. Home run number 5 on the year as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Batting third.
Standing in now, Jose Abreu. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And things have not come as easily for him as they did the last time he took the mound. He's already given up more runs in this first inning than he did in his entire last start.
Todd Frazier will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky, I think you let him throw you one here. He hasn't proven to me that he can find the strike zone yet.
Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
No one out with a runner at second. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, guys, if you want someone to look out for, my eyes are on Brett Lawrie. And he hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Deanna Navarro comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
The 0-1 pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And another foul ball. One out and a runner on second base. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. (0-2) count. Here's the pitch. And Navarro swings and misses on a good pitch there, and there are 2 away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Brett Lawrie will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
And there's ball one. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Line drive to left. Rosario is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 good guys. Joe Mauer will stand in. He too had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, you're right. His last game was excellent, but he just keeps adding to those numbers. Over his last 10 games, he's been hitting over 350. I'll take that anytime.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Now this is sprayed foul off to the left, and that'll even the count at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
Danks is ready. 3-1 on its way. There's a hot shot out to left center over the head of the shortstop Rollins, a base hit. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far.
Yeah, folks, he's been one of the best in the American League so far this year. Currently third in that department. And I'll tell you, it almost looks like BP when he steps up to the plate, putting together another nice performance in this one, too.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. This is gathered in out there by Garcia for the first out.
Batting 7, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
He's having just a great season, but it's so hard to lead all 3 categories. He's not even in the top 5 in average.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Down the third baseline. Frazier is there. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Adam LaRoche will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him.
Well, there's no question this guy's got to be in the running for the Cy Young this year. He makes quick work of this guy on 3 pitches. That was just too easy.
Avisail Garcia gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. Into the windup and the pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. There is Dozier. Then it goes to first, and it's not in time.
Well, you know, the good news is that throw to second, that was a sweet throw. The bad news, there was no play at second. That is a strange decision.
Jimmy Rollins will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, 1 good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
And here is strike 1 called to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Runner at first here, 1 man out. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Looks like he's finding his bearings here a little bit better in the 2nd after a rough 1st inning. He gets the strikeout right here, but boy, he could have used one of these an inning ago, that's for sure.
In now is Adam Eaton, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. High in the air out to center field. Santana moves over, and that ends the inning. A man left for the White Sox. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Eduardo Escobar will get his first shot here, and he certainly had it working so far this season. Up over 350 entering play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Eaton going back to the track. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. You know, a night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
Eddie Rosario strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. Danks into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
0-1's the count.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Hard hit ball to second, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2, tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it, and he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
Danny Santana will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
Well, he hit the fastball, so we're going to see right here if they still come at him with the hard stuff.
First offering on its way. Lifted in the air to right field. Garcia has a beat on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Yeah, just a little bit late here on the fastball, and this thing's almost by him when he makes contact. Still, he gets pretty good wood on the ball, but not enough to trouble the right fielder.
Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez, as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Cabrera is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Twins wind up stranding one. They're still down. It's 2-0. Melky Cabrera digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
The 2-1 on its way. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And the count will be full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line and left. And this will be off the wall out near the 330 marker. And a good at-bat on 3-2 as he finishes it with a leadoff double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. And as we take a look at the White Sox leaders in that category, he currently sits third on the team.
Yeah, he's definitely one of their guys offensively. Does a nice job of finding gaps and getting into scoring position.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Jose Abreu is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. A good job there to pick up his 16th double of the year. Chop foul over towards the dugout. A runner at second, nobody out. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Well, in that situation, you'd love to be able to get that guy up to third base with just one out.
21.
But this is a swing and miss type of pitcher on the mound, so you knew he'd be going for the strikeout, and he winds up getting it.
1 out here in the Chi Sox third. And standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
That evens it up 1-1. gets a small piece near the plate. That winds up foul for the second strike. Ready on 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
That's just a textbook case right here. By not advancing the runner on that previous at-bat, that would have been a run. Instead, now you've got 2 outs and a runner only at third.
Stepping in, Deoner Navarro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He's set. Here it comes. Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Frozen for strike 3, and that retires the side. White Sox leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Miguel Sano, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And that's in there for strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. That's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. Hard liner toward short, and that'll get down for a base hit. Runner around second now, headed for third. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. Into the box now, Joe Mauer. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch on its way. Lifted the other way to left center. Eaton on the move, but he won't get there. It falls in. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
The catcher, number 8.
Finally, a little bit of life. Man, these guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double back-to-back put runners on second and third now, and maybe this will wake up this offense a little bit.
So striding in, Kurt Suzuki, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. LaRoche is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
You certainly love a one-pitch pop-out in that spot. That's like a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Brian Dozier will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Brett Laurie is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Second baseman, Brett Laurie.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Escobar on the grass. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
First baseman number
Our next
25.
telecast comes your way tomorrow afternoon in high definition as these two teams wrap up this 3-game set. And you get a look there at the expected starters for tomorrow's contest. Adam LaRoche is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Santana gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Right side and right into the shift. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And neither of these guys are what you'd call flamethrowers, but still a respectable 93 and 90 is their 2 top speeds. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Avisail Garcia is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. A strike, and it's 2-1.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking 1 pitch, 1 spot, so don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
Skied into straightaway right. Sano giving chase, and that retires the side. So very nice work there by Santana. His club needs to get him some runs, however. It's 2-0. Leading off the inning, Eduardo Escobar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Danks has his target. First pitch on its way. And Danks will get ahead with the fastball for strike 1. Smoked on the ground left side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Eddie Rosario is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. From the stretch. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. No runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for Minnesota thus far. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A little behind on that swing, and now they'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
Nobody out, runner on first. Line drive to center field. All coming on hard as he makes the diving catch.
Get out of here.
On to first, and they get the double play.
I'll tell you what, I didn't think he had a chance in heck of catching this thing, but he winds up making an incredible play. And then he's got the presence of mind to recognize the situation in front of him and get the ball in quickly to get the double play.
In now, Danny Santana. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Two out, nobody on. Hit hard towards the hole. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So a solid single to left, and that gives him a multi-hit game here tonight. And as we check out the Twins leaderboard, you can see he currently sits 3rd on the ball club in that category.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of this offense.
Runner goes for second. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. And he's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Miguel Sano digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and he's back standing.
Keeping him close.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Must think something's up.
Here comes the 1-0. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Backhanded. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair. They trail things here 2-0. Jimmy Rollins will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Santana on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. He gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Adam Eaton will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
1 out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Santana is in pursuit, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Melky Cabrera strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Right side hit hard, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, he's homered, he's doubled, and now he adds a single to that total. He's left himself with the toughest leg of the cycle remaining, but he'll at least have a chance to pick up that 4th and final leg next time through the order.
Jose Abreu ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
First delivery to him on the way. Starts him out with a slider too low for ball 1.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Dribbled to the right side. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. A man left for the White Sox, but they're on top 2-0. Leading off the inning, Trevor Plouffe, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
rocket to third. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. One gone.
The amazing thing is that he's still yet to strike a guy out so far. But when you've got good movement on your off-speed stuff, you don't have to strike guys out to be successful.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joe Mauer. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Thanks gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around. And that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
0-1, here's the pitch. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They trail it here 2-0. Todd Frazier will step in to lead things off for the White Sox here in the 6th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
So 1 away, and here's the catcher, Deonder Navarro. Grounded to the right. Dozier gets to it. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Brett Laurie will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
Line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. line towards center field. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Here's the first baseman, Adam LaRoche, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. White Sox leave one, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here on the south side of Chicago, White Sox on top in this one. But before we get out to the seventh, let's take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Brian Dozier will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Now the pitch. Hit hard to short. Taken in by Rollins. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Boy, when you're starving for offense, this is a huge break. They get the leadoff man on here to start the inning. And maybe getting this pitcher into his stretch might just jumpstart that offense.
Eduardo Escobar will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. He's set, and the pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1. A runner at first with no outs here. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
And this is a situation now on the mound where you can't worry about how you got into it. You got to worry about how you're going to get out of it. And he's got some work to do now to protect this lead.
Here comes Robin Ventura now out of the White Sox dugout. And we'll have a new pitcher coming on, as that's going to do it for John Danks. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Dan Jennings will come on now in an awfully tough spot, as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Eddie Rosario will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. One and one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. First and second here with nobody out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle, and that's in there. Base hit. But not in time as the run scores, and the lead is trimmed to 1.
And with all the runs these guys scored yesterday, you wondered if they were going to have any left over for today. Sure enough, it took them a while, but they're finally on the board here with the RBI single.
So stepping in, Danny Santana, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead, and a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. That's inside. 2-0. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Line to the right side. But this is speared by the first baseman.
The batter, number 9.
And I think anytime you hit a ball that softly on a fastball, you can pretty much bet you were either jammed on it or got caught reaching. And here you can see as this pitch ties him up inside, he's not able to get the sweet spot on the baseball.
Into the box, Eduardo Nunez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Takes this the other way to right. Garcia is there. Let's see if they test it. And he'll have to hold tight at third, so it'll take a 2-out hit now to try to plate that tying run.
Here's another instance of a ball actually hit too hard to try to score on. He doesn't have to go all that far to make the play here, so it's probably a wise decision not to test his arm.
Here's Miguel Sano. And a base hit, so a very good at-bat there as the run is in to make it a 2-2 ball game.
Nice. He really sat on the fastball there. He squared it up perfectly, drove it into left field. He'll be rewarded with an RBI as he picks up that runner from third base.
Nate Jones trot in from the bullpen as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 out. Trevor Plouffe gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
From the belt, kicks and deals. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
The 1-0 delivery. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. Swing and a hot shot toward third. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. The run scores from second. It's a 3-2 ball game.
First baseman, number 7.
Well, as soon as this ball left his hand, I think he knew it was going to be a base hit. He's not only angry with himself for giving up the hit, but now he's losing the game, too.
Joe Mauer will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet, so this is no small task.
And here's the fourth wide one now, so Mauer won't get the chance as they issue him the free pass.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Kurt Suzuki will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Does he dare go fastball here 2-0?
I think he's got to.
Grounder down the line at third. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him.
No way. That was awesome.
So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. It's the Twins 3 and the White Sox 2. Leading off the inning, Avisail Garcia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1, so getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, he's still got that good movement on the two-seamer. He's been throwing it well all night long.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Santana looks in. Here's the 2-2. Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
You know, when you're holding on to a slim lead, you just can't walk the leadoff guy. I mean, those are the ones that really come back to haunt you. So he's really going to need to work towards getting a ground ball here.
Jimmy Rollins will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. One and two, here it comes. Hit well on the ground to first. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
Adam Eaton will stand in for the fourth time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Hit hard up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
You know, now that we've made it to just about the midway point of the season, this is where you start to see a little bit of separation between the haves and the have-nots. And I think we can pretty safely say that these guys are in it for the long haul.
Melky Cabrera will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the seventh inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Hit down the third base line. Kloof has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. A man left for the White Sox. Still a 3-2 ball game. Zach Duke will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Zach Duke.
Brian Dozier will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. And oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Just trying to go inside, but you see he kind of holds this one a bit too long, and just like that, leadoff guy's aboard.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. She'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? On to first, and yet another double play. Their fourth of the night, and there are quickly two gone here.
Well, I think he had a bit of a lapse in concentration to that last guy, but no such problems here. This is a perfect pitch with a runner on first base as he gets him to bounce right into the double play.
Eddie Rosario will stand in now with two away, and it's back to the drawing board here following the double play.
Yeah, and that was the third of the game so far, and it's going to be really hard to win when you're just giving away outs like that.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second, and that is in there for a two-out base knock.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Danny Santana digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
This is line to left. Cabrera is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Twins are in front, 3-2. Leading off the inning, Jose Abreu, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Brandon Kinsler is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Brandon Kinsler.
Lays off 1-0. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Little chopper back his way. On to first, and a sigh of relief in that visitor's dugout as that's a big man to retire to start out the home 8th.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's Todd Frazier now. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for the White Sox. And he'll step off. Swing and a ball popped high in the air and heading for foul territory behind first. And this will be corralled by Mauer, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
And both starters have been in form. 3-2 our score as we give you a look at the starter comparison for these two opposing pitchers. Deoner Navarro will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
And that's dead center for strike one.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is line foul over the White Sox dugout. Here's the 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 9th inning coming up. It's the Twins 3 and the White Sox 2. The hustle and bustle of downtown Chi-Town. Welcome back to U.S. Cellular Field and baseball on the show. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Eduardo Nunez, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Now here's the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And there's a base hit, and this could wind up as an important insurance strike here as the leadoff man's aboard to start the 9th.
It wasn't just that he was getting fastballs there. He was getting hittable fastballs. This catches a ton of the plate, and he turns it around for a solid single.
Here's Miguel Sano. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Nobody out, runner on first. Push to the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Textbook start to the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
Into the box, Trevor Plouffe, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He waits, now the pitch. On the ground to the left side. Scooped up to second for 1. On to LaRoche, and they get them both.
Man, you get back-to-back singles to start the inning. Everything looking good. And then one pitch later, it all comes crashing down on the double play.
So here's Joe Mauer as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a pop-up out behind short. Rollins is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for Minnesota, but they still lead it 3-2. Striding in to start the 9th, Brett Lawrie, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Brett Lawrie.
Here's the pitch. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1-2-3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get the matchup with the bottom portion of the lineup here.
pulled high in the air out to left field. Rosario is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away.
Adam LaRoche.
Adam LaRoche stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Bases are empty. One man out. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Not too many balls hit solidly tonight. Just their 6th hit of the game. So now they need to figure out some way to string a few of these together.
Avisail Garcia comes to the plate now with the tying run at first. So he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Runners on first with one down. Chopped foul right at home plate. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
And that is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. And you still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
White Sox down to their final out, and that'll bring in the former MVP, shortstop Jimmy Rollins. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And that is going to wrap things up as the catch is made, and the Twins have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over.
Well, he had to work 2 full innings to get it done, so he might be a little more sore than usual tomorrow, but he's going to take it as he finishes this thing off and earns the save.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Ervin Santana. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 3-2. Good night from Chicago.